Read Obituaries. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I have ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectation, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. Steve Jobs. If all this sounds scary or like a lot of work, consider this. One day you will be dead. Most of us prefer to ignore this most basic fact of life, but thinking about our inevitable end has a way of putting everything into perspective. We have all read stories of near death experiences changing people's lives. When George Lucas was a teenager, he almost died in a car accident. He decided every day now is an extra day. Dedicated to himself to film and went on to direct Star Wars. Wayne Coyne, lead singer of the Flaming Lips, was 16 when he was held up while working at a Long John Silver's. I realized I was going to die, he says. And when that gets into your mind, it utterly changed me. I thought, I'm not going to sit here and wait for things to happen. I'm going to make them happen. And if people think I'm an idiot, I don't care. Tim Creeder, in his book We Learn Nothing, says that getting stabbed in the throat was the best thing to ever happen to him. For a whole year, he was happy and life was good. You'd like to know that nearly getting killed would be a permanently life-altering experience, Creeder writes. But the illumination didn't last. Eventually, he was back to the busy work of living. The writer George Saunders, speaking of his own near-death experience, said, for 3 or 4 days after that, it was the most beautiful world to have gotten back in it. And I thought if you could walk around like that all the time to really have that awareness that it's actually going to end. That's the trick. Unfortunately, I'm a coward. As much as I would like the existential euphoria that comes with it, I don't really want any other experience. I want to stay safe and stay away from death as much as I can. I certainly don't want to taunt it or quote it or invite it any closer than it needs to be, but I do somehow want to remember that it's coming for me. It's for this reason that I read the obituaries every morning. Obituaries are like near-death experience for cowards. Reading them is a way for me to think about death while also keeping it at arm's length. Obituaries aren't really about death, they are about life. The sum of every obituary is how heroic people are, how noble, writes artist Mayra Kalman. Reading about people who are dead now and did things with their life makes me want to get up and do something decent with mine. Thinking about death every morning makes me want to live. Try it. Start reading the obituaries every morning. Take inspiration from the people who muddled through life before you. They all started out as amateurs and they got where they were going by making do with what they were given and having the guts to put themselves out there. Follow their example.